What matters most in life is knowing how to define yourself. What is yourself? Everything else depends on it. This is another video on how to live, where I share with you knowledge and skills to create the life you want, the best experience of life possible. And today, how do you define yourself? What is yourself? What is the definition of self? If I ask you, who are you? What is yourself? What would you say? The usual, your name, your background, you think this is yourself? This is your definition of self? Think again, because everything depends on it. If I say to you, can you point out to me what is yourself? What is it that is yourself? And you say, this is myself. Is this yourself? Is this body yourself? Is this body and the mind as an extension of your body? Is this yourself? Is this what you believe in? Is this what you deep down know that is the truth? Think again. Do you think that this universe is human? Do you think it was created by human beings? Do you think it's governed by a human mind? Think again. So many things to think about, so many things to ponder, so many things to rethink. You know, when a newborn baby comes out, it does not make any distinction between its body and the rest of it. Everything is one. And then, gradually, through the process of so-called learning, they are trying and more differentiating between what is their body, what is its body, and what is the rest of it, and starting to make more and more distinction and developing the I, which does not exist when the baby comes out of the womb, and it's developed gradually through life. So do you still think that this body and this mind that is an extension of the body, do you think that this is you? Do you think that this is yourself? You think that this is definition of yourself? As I established in my previous videos, this is a mechanical contraption that runs totally by itself. It doesn't need anything from you but to feed it. You put food into it and it sort of grows and it develops. You give it a bit of air, a bit of water, a bit of food, a bit of movement, more or less, and then it grows and it develops by itself. Even your thinking, as I explained in one of my previous videos, is totally mechanical. It depends on the brain, the functioning of the brain, what is stored already in the brain. Nothing new comes out of it, nothing that is not part of the human brain. And the human brain, the whole human system is limited to the humans. It's got nothing to do with the universe, with whatever is. And our perception is a human perception. It's nothing to do with the perception itself, perceiving what is. We do not perceive what is. We just perceive what we are capable of perceiving as human beings with our human perception and understanding with our human mind. So I ask you once again, what is your definition of yourself? What is your definition of you, of oneself? Is this it? Is this it? Do you know, or do you feel, or do you believe, or that there is anything more to it than this mechanical contraption? Do you ever in life find yourself wondering about that, or feeling inside, or catching something inside that is not part of the body or part of the mind, which is the extension of the body? Because you see, if your definition of yourself, if your definition of oneself is mechanical, is the body and the mind, you have to revise it. Because as long as you identify yourself with this mechanical contraption and you limit yourself even more to gender, nationality, profession, and so on and so on and so on and so on, and then you live in constant comparing yourself with other physical contraptions and sort of trying to be better than other physical contraptions and trying to fill yourself with some pleasures and some sort of a material stuff to just sort of somehow feel better inside. And of course, nothing of that works. Do you know why nothing of that works? Can you take a guess why nothing of that works? Because what is real you is not this physical contraption. What is real you is inside you. It is not visible. You cannot touch it. But you can connect with it. You can unite with it, because when you were born, you were united with it. And later on, gradually, with the development of your so-called mind and your so-called persona I, you started moving away from it more and more and more, till one day, everything that was left was sort of this I, this persona, this mechanical contraption. And you believe that now this is you. And that's why you're so limited. That's why you're so scared. That's why you're so unsuccessful to sort of feel good inside permanently, to be blissful, to be sort of, just feeling good. Just being in sync with whatever the life is. Because if you identify this with mechanical stuff, which is not you at all, which is just a tool, a contraption that you have to manipulate your survival, to sort of make sure that you survive in this physical existence that you find yourself in. This is all there is. This is just a survival tool. It is not who you are. And stop believing that this is who you are, and stop acting out of this misconception. It is just a misconception. And then everything else, what you strive for in life, the rules of life, the simple rules for life that you live by, if you define yourself as this mechanical contraption, everything else goes wrong. Everything else goes in the wrong direction. Everything else is something that it shouldn't be. And it goes against your true nature, against your true self, which is inside. Inside. And it is limitless, boundless. It is everything there is. As in the newborn baby. Because to see the problem we have with this so-called education and learning and how we learn, how we teach kids is we create in them this misconception, because we live with this misconception that everything they are is this limiting, totally limited mechanical contraption. It is not true. It is not true, so we should stop doing it. And start focusing inward on the life that we have inside, connected with it. Because it's limitless. And this is where it all lies. This is where all the bliss, where all the well-being, where all the peace, where all the love, by universal love, lies. In He. So stop deluding yourself and correct the misconception. This is all from me for today. As always, I, also mention under the video other people who make great videos, who have great YouTube channels, and who are pointing you in the right direction too, correcting all the misconceptions. And I also drop some programs that you can support my channel by buying any of that, and they might help you on the way. Stay with me. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.